Hey guys, so I'm gonna go and do a video about looking in words more, so being more introspective of what you're going through, or if something's bothering you, or just in general, if you want to look more into yourself. So something that I do personally that I think might help you is do journal the day. So if you want to go ahead and look at my previous video or TikTok, I do have videos up about journal the day, and that really helps you go and look more inwards on what direction that you're heading in life, and is that what you really want, and what, like, how are you really feeling, pretty much. That is one way that I do it. Another way that I do this is that I'll go and kind of lay down, and I would kind of clear out my head. So one way that you can go and clear out your head is by, if you are a high thinker like me, very always, your mind is always going. So one way that helps me is to count from 100 backwards, and this will go and lower down, like, your brain just firing up all the time. You're focused on something else. So you can go and do 100, 99, 98, 97. So you just do that a little slowly, and you just bring it down your just on all of your brain waves moving, pretty much. So that's one way that helps me. And another way that helps me is doing the four, it's the count 4 breathing technique. So you're gonna go and breathe in. Okay, I counted to 4, and then out. So 4. So you're going to be doing this 4 times. So that is one way that helps me clear my head, if you are always constantly thinking like me. So another thing that I do to go and look more inwards is when I finally have cleared my head to the point that I just see, when I close my eyes, I can just see blackness. That's kind of what you want, is to just see blackness. And you can feel that your brain waves aren't all over the place. It's just still. So doing this, like sitting up or laying down, whatever is more comfortable with you. So I guess it'd be a form of meditation. So, but I do it a little more differently. So let's say you want to go and lie down. So one way, make yourself comfortable, and then you're going to see just blackness, and you're going to ask yourself in your head, you don't need to say this out loud. In your head, you're going to go and ask yourself, who am I, or whatnot, and certain images and words will show up immediately, because your mind is cleared, and immediately things will come up on what you see yourself exactly. So that comes up, and then you have a very clear idea on the kind of identity that you have for yourself. So then you're gonna go and clear your head again. So do the count to 4 breathing technique that I said, and you're gonna go and ask yourself in your head, what do I want to be? And then there you go. You're gonna go and do that. So then certain images or words will pop up in your head. Now, then you're gonna go and do it again. Clear out your head again. So do it again. The count to 4 breathing technique. And this kind of now gives you an idea of where the disparity is on what you want to be, or where you're at in life, and is this the direction that you want. And this has helped me, and I went and told my friend about this technique, and all that. This is just what I have learned for myself on being a little more introspective and figuring out what direction my life is heading. So, or am I really happy in this certain time frame? So, I was hoping this would help you, and that's why I am giving this information to you. So, people that have a little harder time with looking more inwards, this is a very good way to go and just figure it out. Then you just constantly, like, you're thinking for hours on end throughout your day, all night, and you are trying to look more inwards. It's a little hard. Well, this technique that I have figured really helps with figuring out what you really want. So another thing that's helped me is that I'm very big about when you fall to sleep. So when you fall asleep, when you're dreaming, this is when the work is happening. So what I do when I ask myself, what do I want to be, or what direction, how to get there, blah blah blah. So personally, what I do is I kind of surround my brain with that pertain to whatever that goal is, or the identity that I want, I guess. So I'll watch certain videos before I go to bed. So if you want like healthy sleep, then obviously you're not gonna watch videos right before bed. You're gonna watch it 2 hours before you go to bed, because when you go to bed, you want to be reading. So let's say 2 hours prior to you sleeping, your normal sleeping schedule, whatever that is that you want, and you're gonna go, and since you have the certain images and words of what you want to be, you have a better understanding. So what I do is, you can use your phone if you want. You go and put it in the notes on what it is that, whatever those words came up, or those images that came up when you close your eyes and it was just black. So you're going to write it down, because you're going to forget about it, because your brain's going to be put back on and you're just going to completely forgot whatever happened. So you're going to put it in your notes or write it down, whatever it is that's easier for you. Or you could just record yourself and saying whatever it is, So what you're going to do, you put it in the notes, let's say, and now you have a better understanding on what it is, where you're headed and stuff like that, and certain kind of a certain image and all that. So when you say, what do I want to be, or whatever, and when the image comes up and you see yourself as someone that is well dressed, let's just say that, I don't know if that's what you want, but let's just say that's what you want, to be a well-dressed person, or you want, you want to go back to school, something in those lines. So you're going to go put it in the notes or write it down. Then you're going to go and, now you have a certain idea. So now your brain is going to do everything possible to go and get there, right? So what happens is that I'll go and look online to see certain videos that will go and that kind of pertain to whatever that I wrote down, let's just say in my notes or on paper. And the videos will go and kind of warp my brain to go and head in that direction and all that. It will go and push me there. And so all of my efforts kind of instinctively will go towards that. So that's kind of how I do it. So since you have an idea of what you want, and then you're going to go watch whatever videos that pertain to that. So let's say you want to be a well-dressed person. So you're going to go and look up videos of someone that is well-dressed, and it's going to warp your brain to constantly see yourself in that way of, very well dressed person, let's just say. So that is one way I do it. A second way is that right before bed, if you're big into like reading, then you're gonna go and read books of people that are well dressed, I guess, if that is what you really want, or you want a lot of objects. A lot of people like a bunch of objects, like really nice objects. So you're gonna go and read books about that. Or if you're not big into reading, then you're gonna go and like do writing. That is, you're gonna go write about yourself, being in those clothes that you want. Or you could write stories about people that are, in those nice clothes or something like that. Or if you're not into that, then you could draw. Or if you're more into like collages and all that, then make collages of well-dressed people or people that look similar to you that are well-dressed. So that's just like an example. So if you want to go back to school or whatever, when you ask, what do I want to be? Then you're going to go do collages of school that pertain to that. So that's just like an example of what do I mean by looking more introspectively and wondering where, like, what direction you want and stuff like that. And then also a lot of people have a hard time figuring like their emotions and all that. So for me, I'm very like, I know exactly how I feel. Like if I'm angry, I'm angry. Or if I'm happy, I'm very happy. Like some people have a little harder time with figuring out on how they feel. So they get mixed up. This is a lot of time that I've noticed people get mixed up with anger and guilt. It's kind of similar, but it's similar, but not at the same time. And so they get it mixed up, this certain feeling, and they'll act a certain way. So like I can tell some people, I can just kind of pick up on how they feel and all that. It just something that I've just learned to do as a child. So when someone is very angry and all that, like angry all the freaking time, like some people, I'm just like, man, like I could not do that, because that is just rough. That's a rough life. If you're always angry and you want to punch someone in the face like every moment of your life, like I feel so sorry for you guys. Like I am so sorry if you feel that way. Like, but very angry people, they're actually really feeling a bunch of guilt in their life. Whatever that happened in their life, I don't know what. And so some people literally get it mixed up in their mind of guilt. And guilt is something more on the lines of you got to work some things out in your head and all that. So like being angry, like so if someone went and like kicked me in the shin, like I'm gonna be angry about it, right? But sometimes if I went and I went after someone, like I kicked them in the shin and then they ended up like limping a lot, and then something awful happened to them because that they were limping. So let's say like they were limping a lot, and then because I kicked them in the shin, and then they fell down and made it worse, and then they ended up let's say like they ended up like dropping something on their shin, and because like it's a kind of how do I say this? Like it just like one thing after another keeps happening because of this anger towards that I kicked them in the shit. And so something terrible happens. So let's say like they're limping a lot, and then they're just having this awful week, and then they go and they're like trying to cross the street, and then they get hit by a car. And if something happens, so let's say something devastating happened, then some people will feel guilt towards what they did. So they'll feel, oh man, like I shouldn't have kicked them in the shin, or else they wouldn't have like had all this happen to them and them getting hit by a car. Let's just say that. And so it turns into anger. And then they just want to like go after everyone and make everyone miserable and want to punch them in the face or hurt them by words or whatever the heck they feel like. This is kind of what I've noticed in so many people. And that's just like a random example, but it's just a lot of scenarios similar to it. People have felt guilt, and so they'll be angry, and they're very confused by these emotions and all that. And so that's kind of why when I say you need to clear your head and then ask yourself in your head where, blah, blah, that will really help you clear up on how you're feeling and all that. So if you ask yourself, so you're going to go and ask, who am I, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then, you just say it in your head. You don't need to say it out loud. Then you're going to ask yourself, like, why do I feel like this? Like, because, some people feel that they have like this heavy weight on their chest. A lot of my life, I have felt that there's this huge heavy brick on my chest. And it just was hard for me to breathe, I suppose, figuratively. And so I think that some people feel there is a heavy item on their chest and they can't seem to figure out what in the world is that, like why and stuff like that. And the ones that like feel it, they know that there is this heavy brick on their chest and they can't pinpoint what the heck that is. And honestly, asking yourself on how do I feel, then why do I feel this way? Images will pop up of certain people or certain situation or I don't know, like just like whatever circumstance that happened, then I think that it'll just go and help them realize that maybe what they're feeling is guilt or something else that triggered them and all that. So that is how I kind of look introspectively, and I think that this will really help you and all that on just trying to figure out on how you feel, because some people just have a little harder time with that. And also, how to work that brain. So, watching the videos, doing the collage, or, writing, drawing, whatever that is, reading. So what I really recommend is you're going to do everything possible. So I have this firm belief that we kind of go through life with our 5 senses. So if you can submerge yourself completely with your 5 senses on trying to go and immerse yourself in what you are craving for, or who am I and whatnot, or why am I feeling this or that. So if you go and images work obviously because the sight, and then if you go and put yourself in a new setting situation where people wear nice clothes, for an example, and they have really awesome food, for an example. Or if you can't do that, then you're gonna go and submerge yourself in that kind of situation. So let's say you are in your bedroom or whatever, if you're if you're like a teenager or whatever, if you're full grown adult, then you can fully submerge yourself and all that. But, so if you're a teenager and there's some restrictions, then you can in your own room. So what you're going to do is you're going to put on whatever music that you think nice clothes people wear and whatnot, and what kind of like music do they listen to. So that's going to be your hearing. And then for you're going to go and envision yourself by doing a collage. So one way that you could do this is by doing a collage, and then you put it as a screensaver on your phone. So immediately, every single time you open up your phone, then you're gonna go and see that, and it's just immediately putting it in the brain over and over and over and over and over again, because we humans are so addicted to our phone, and so it's imprinting it in the brain even more so. So you're gonna do it by so the more times that you see it and the more times you submerge yourself by hearing whatever it is, then that's going to help. So hearing, smelling, and then taste, you're going to go whatever, let's say let's just pretend it's really nice clothes. So what kind of nice clothes people like would they eat? So you're going to do it by taste. Then you're going to go and do it by smell. So what kind of smell do you think that nice clothing people would have? I don't know, vanilla scent, floor scent, I don't really know. So you're gonna go and do that. So candle or whatever wallflower thing, I guess, or instead you could just add it in your collage, where let's say it's a lavender scent. I don't know, whatever your idea of nice clothing people wear and all that. Let's say lavender scent, then you could do like a picture of like lavender, image or whatever, and it's like, it's the air's everywhere or something like that. So that's what I'm saying. So using the 5 senses and submerging yourself in whatever that is, that goal you're trying to go for, then that is what's gonna go and warp that brain to go and do everything possible to get you there. And honestly, you constantly seeing it over and over and over and over and over again, by including your phone, by images, by videos, and then reading. And then what you could do is also, in a way, you could do like pop-ups on your phone, like notes or whatever. So you can do like notes on to remind you to go and go and watch some certain video or something like that. That is, or certain ringtone, whatever you think that very nice clothing people, what kind of ringtone would they have. So submerging yourself through your 5 senses, honestly, is what I really think would help, because I've used these types of methods and like psychologically in people, and it has helped them. In my organizing style, obviously I do it a little differently and all that, because I can't like touch the phone and all that, but I'm just saying, like, this is the methods how I look introspectively in myself, and to go and how to get myself there. So your dream state is you constantly seeing the images, the videos, the reading material and all that, and it's warping your brain to go do everything possible to get there. And that's what you want. So that's why I say submerge yourself completely by doing it with your 5 senses throughout your entire day. So I really hope that this helped you guys, and I was clear enough. If you want me to redo this video, I have another way I was thinking to get this information across to you guys. Just let me know if you want me to redo it, or if you want a little more clarification on what do I mean by this. But this is what's helped me a lot, and something that I have realized in people to go and get where they want to be in life. Because a lot of people have struggled with, their emotion or who they are and stuff, and this has helped me. And these tactics that I have used in on a smaller scale on people and all that, and I've done it on a lot of people and recommended it to my friend, and she said it's helped her a lot. So just let me know, guys, what you guys think, or if you try it out, let me know, did this help you?